I don't even know where to start on this event, so I'm just going to start from the beginning and try and work my way forward. This is in no way, shape, or form a review or recap. Those will come. So I'm just here to talk about the event. So first of all, I just want to say that I myself paid $19.95 for this event, and the site crashed, okay? It crashed 15 minutes before the event even began. So as far as seeing footage, to my knowledge, nobody was able to get on the site to watch this event, okay? King of the Dot has been putting together pay-per-view events and have never had these issues. UW just put together an event and did not have issues. If I'm not mistaken, Guerrilla Warfare just did pay-per-view with Rap Grid and didn't have any issues. So for the biggest battle event in history to have issues boggles me and blows my mind, especially considering the fact that this company On Demand does pay-per-view for bigger events than this. Like, so that's first of all. Mind you, I've already sent my email to On Demand about getting my refund. So shout out to everybody who wasted their money on this event and didn't get to watch it. And also shout out to all of the bootleggers and leakers. It's sad that we have a situation where if it weren't for the people that sat up there and put the event on Ustream, most of us who didn't, you know, order it off TV wouldn't have been able to watch it. So that's number one. Shout out to all of y'all. So, you know, what's really sad about this whole thing is there are people all of the time that shun people who bootleg, who say that people who bootleg are scum and they're ruining the culture, when we have instances like this where, I mean, come on. If it weren't for them, this event would have been ruined for the thousands of fans that weren't in Hammerstein Ballroom and for the people who didn't order it on television. Mind you, this is probably going to be the last time I order on pay-per-view from a league who does not have a reputation of doing pay-per-view. Like, I feel secure enough to order from King of the Dot. I feel secure enough to order from UW, but never again will I be ordering from a league who has never done pay-per-view before, because I notice that they're the ones who have these issues. So for everybody who was thinking that this was going to get off flawlessly, at the end of the day, people have to realize that there's something to say about having experience and having the work already put in. I really don't think that On Demand anticipated the amount of support this event was going to get, which boggles me because they promoted this event everywhere. Like, they were on 106 & Park, they did Breakfast Club, they did Hot 97, they did Vlad, they, like, this event was everywhere. World Star Hip Hop, it was on the top of the page for World Star Hip Hop. Like, as far as promotion goes, I have to say this is the most promotion and the glossiest promotion that I've ever seen for an event, and for that I give them kudos. But when it came down to, you know, putting the proof in the pudding, y'all failed miserably, and it ruined it. It really, really ruined it. Okay, so let's get into the event. First battle was Big T versus Arsonal, and like I thought, Arsonal washed Big T. There was really no competition. Ars was all over the place. Ars was in rare form. He's great for this particular format, so I wasn't shocked. And like I said, they judged it to Ars, so that was that battle. We get into Daylyt versus T-Rex. I have to say that T-Rex did typical T-Rex, lots of gun bars and everything. He had his moments in that battle. It was like Daylyt came out in a Spawn costume and did what Daylyt does, which I don't really understand. I really feel like y'all give Daylyt way more credit than he really deserves as far as the bars go. Some of the little double entendres that he does are cute and funny, but I never felt that he was like crazy dope as far as the lyrics go. He's good for a punch here and there too, don't get me wrong, but overall I've never been just crazy for Daylyt. By the end of the battle though, he was on the ground taking his clothes off, and it's my Avi for the time being. It's probably gonna be my Avi all week. I know he's gonna be a meme, and I guess in the sense of being the person that everybody remembers, yeah, Daylight's gonna be the person that everybody remembers. So in that sense, yeah, Daylyt won. But as far as winning the battle, no, you just made a spectacle of yourself like you usually do. Royce called what Daylyt does showmanship. You're sorely and sadly mistaken, Royce. That's not showmanship, it's trolling. And once y'all figure that out, y'all will stop booking him and stop giving him money. Like, it's getting old. It's not funny anymore. Like, I'm over it, you know? As far as the culture being respected, having, you know, a clown, a court jester, you know what I'm saying? Like, have him on the sidelines. Like, have him there as like Sandman Stan or something. But don't have him in battles, because that was a waste. Y'all paid him to act a fool, and it was just a waste. That was an easy win for T-Rex, and likewise the judges scored it that way to T-Rex. We get into Lux versus Murda Mook. Like I expected, Mook went back to his old shit, came out with the do-rag. Lux as well. They both seem to be on very like throwback approaches here. This battle was very, very personal. I feel like after the first round, Lux lost so much momentum. He had his moments throughout it though. There were a lot of lines in there that I thought were crazy, crazy dope that he had. Mook had a lot of crazy lines too. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, you can't criticize a man. You can't criticize a man for leaning when you crawl. I thought that line was crazy. The hypocritical hippopotamus line I thought was ass though. He had a line. God, let me remember the lines, Lord. Yeah, the whole thing about, yeah, he had a lot of crazy lines. I forgot. My memory, like my recall is terrible. Like I said, Lux had his moments, but Mook had more. And when it came down to it, I do feel like Mook won it convincingly. It'll be interesting to watch it though and to break it down, but I still feel like word for word, bar for bar, as far as bringing the facts out, Mook won it. However, I feel like, and I hope that this battle not necessarily shows that Lux is one-dimensional, but also shows how one-dimensional people are in approaching Lux, because the whole you're a fake 5%er, you're a fake prophet, you're a fake preacher, this has been done now from the you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't keep using that approach with Lux anymore. And also too, I hope that on Lux's end, this will stop people from paying him crazy amounts of money to battle. Like, I don't feel like it's worth it. I feel like you can get way more bang for your buck getting more people on the card versus getting Lux on the card. As far as, you know, hype is concerned, it's cool, but I don't feel like once it's time to perform, he's all that crazy dope. It was, however, just nice to see him out there, you know, in a little Gucci shirt and just normal. So that was nice to see. But overall, though, that was a good battle. And especially considering the fact that Big T got washed and technically Daylyt got washed, it was nice to see that this battle did have some form of back and forth. Then we get into Joe Budden versus Hollow the Don. Now, let me say this about this battle. I agree with the judges and why they gave it to Hollow. I mean, I agree with the judges giving this battle to Hollow the Don, only because I felt like, one, it was very clear that Joe Budden wrote his rounds to a beat. His flow throughout this entire battle, for the most part, reminded me of Ordinary Love shit, and that annoyed me a whole ton. His inflection never changed. His delivery was his rap delivery. I feel like performance-wise, he didn't bring that, and had this been a cipher, what he brought would have been dope. And like I said, in the first round, you know, he brought the facts. Throughout this entire battle, he brought the facts. But this is a battle, you know, live in the moment. You need a little more action. You need a little more animation and character from a rapper. So it just would have been nice to see that. Like I said, this battle was close. I might have to watch it again. I might change my mind, because lyrically he had a lot, but I don't know, like, Joe bored me in parts. Joe bored me a lot in parts. One thing that I will say about Hollow that annoyed me in this battle was him stopping to, like, say all that, if you know you was beating on Tahiri and I'll whip your ass and don't no man do that, that's sucker shit and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, who cares? Why are you stopping to say that? That annoyed me just as much as Joe Budden getting in his feelings in the third round about the fact that the crowd was booing him. Bruh, you are not too big to get booed, okay? You are not too big to get booed. And I hope that humbled him. It probably did. I know he wasn't expecting that, because at the end of the day, the reason why Hammerstein was full was because of the fact that probably Joe Budden's fan base came out to see Joe Budden. Overall, this event was very lackluster. I'm extremely disappointed by the fact that they couldn't get the pay-per-view together. It just goes to show you that no matter who's backing an event, multimillionaire or not, Shady Records or not, that this battle thing, like, at the end of the day, you can't just come in here thinking that you're going to kill everything. And also, Smack will always be king because of this, and there might be now some justification in why Smack absolutely refuses to do pay-per-view, because you have these sort of situations where the moment and the event gets killed for thousands of people. So that's pretty much all I have to say. This was mainly just a recap of the event. Let me know what your thoughts are of the event down in the comment section below. As always, thumbs this video up if you like to, give it a thumbs down if you didn't, and hope to see y'all in my next video. Peace.